What's up, right here with the Gap Toledo, here for another installment of Saturday Stories. We didn't get a chance to do it last week. I've just been inundated with calls from people either seeking treatment or families of people seeking treatment who really need the guidance, need the support. So to be able to be out there and be a blessing to this community it's a great honor, and I consider it a great responsibility. Today I kind of wanted to just talk to you quickly about relapse and overdose. They say relapse is a part of recovery, but it doesn't have to be. I know in my experience I relapsed literally thousands of times. I don't know how many of those thousands of times were, very solid efforts at getting clean, but they happened a lot. I know I always would want to stop and I would try to do it, and then I would relapse. That's of course without any real support or guidance, without me taking any suggestions or even surrendering. Surrender is the biggest part of recovery. I guess I just recount, I have so many stories of me relapsing and so many stories of me ODing, and I don't want to get into a bunch of those, but needless to say it's happened many, many times. And the story I want to share with you very briefly involves one of my friends who, if he's watching this, he knows who he is. He works in recovery now. Proud of you, man. It involves him. Basically, we were just on the west side here in the city. We had just scored and gotten high, and I had fell out, and I was out, like lips were blue. It was over with. Took me to a hospital on the west side. They carried me in, and I woke up in the triage after 6 shots of Narcan that they had put through a PICC line in my femoral artery in my thigh. So I woke up and my pants were cut off, and I had a tube going, essentially into my crotch region. I looked at my phone. I still had my phone for some reason, and it said, "Yo, bro, where are you? The cops are here." And I remember asking a nurse if I could leave, and she kind of looked at me and smiled and shook her head, and she left. I looked around, and I went ahead and made the decision I was out of there, and I pulled the PICC line out of my femoral artery, out of a major artery in my body, with no thought of the consequence of that. Needless to say, there was blood everywhere. I was pressing with all my might, and my pants, what was left of my pants, were still just so soaked in blood, and I went limping out of the ER looking like I had been shot in the crotch. And the craziest part about this story is, way crazier than anything I just said, was I left directly from there and got high again. Like, that was my number one thing. Narcan was still burning my face and everything. Anybody who's been Narcan knows that's what it feels like, and I went and got high immediately. That's the madness of this disease. We can literally be dead on a table and 10 minutes later be trying to achieve what we missed the first time. It's insanity. And without surrender, without help, without support, it's impossible. And if you don't stop, you're going to end up 3 things: locked up, covered up, or sobered up, And today, thank God I take sobered up. So thanks for joining me today, guys. We'll see you next week, God willing.